Is my volume all the way up? Nope.
Yep.
Here we go. My volume is all the way up. I'm glad I checked.
There you go. All right. All right. We're live. Hello, people.
Hello.
Hello, people. So thank you so much for coming on. I just want to get this scroll up here. And then I think we're ready to go. Here we go. All
So,
right. Thank you so much for joining. This is gonna be a quick, fun conversation. I just want
yes.
to, switch back to make sure that we are live on Instagram as well. Um, so we are coming. Thank you all for joining. We are coming to you live. And what I want to just, I want to just, we're going to talk about the Health and Wealth Expo, a virtual summit. So for those of you who may or may not be aware, the Health and Wealth Expo, a virtual summit, is back, coming February 22nd, 2025. And I am here with the fabulous Anita Newson. And so Anita is actually going to be our VIP. She's going to be our VIP guest. And Anita, I just want to ask you, why did you agree to speak at the expo? And before you even ask that, I just want to share a little bit about the expo to give people an idea of why she's such a great guest, right? Why she's such a great guest speaker. Now, the Health and Wealth Expo, a virtual summit, this is actually going to be our second virtual summit that's going to be taking place last year coming up last year, March, we hosted our first virtual summit at Health and Wealth Expo, a virtual summit. And it was absolutely amazing to the point that people wanted us to do it again. And so much so, thank you, so much so that we hosted a live event. So we hosted a live event, and our first in-person live event was at the National Harbor in Maryland. And again, spectacular, amazing. The feedback has just been absolutely amazing. So much so that we have decided to make this a movement. And in that movement, the movement is really all about our theme is it starts with me, right? Creating a legacy of health and wealth. And why that's important, because so many of us, especially us nurses and healthcare professionals now, my target audience are nurses, right? And healthcare professionals, because that's my jam, right? That's where I come from. That's my background. And I always like to say that anyone can really learn from the information or have takeaways from the information that we share at these expos, because we talk about at the in-person event, we talked about real estate, we talked about self-care, mindfulness, we talked about government contracting, and we're bringing it right around again full circle. The beauty of this particular event, we're going all things nursing. Not that the previous events and last year expo was a 2-day event. We're going to do a 1-day event where it's going to be a jam-packed event of the day. It's going to be a jam-packed day of how to start a legal nurse consulting business, how to start an IV hydration business, how to start a mental health nurse practitioner business. Then we're going to talk about more government contracting. And of course, we have to have financial literacy. And Anita is going to be the all access pass speaker. To access Anita's session, you do have to be you do have to obtain the all access pass. But with that pass, you're going to be able to get a playbook with all of the speakers, and you're going to get access to the replays. And the beauty of what Anita is going to be talking about, all of those businesses that we're talking about for nurses, Anita's going to be talking about how to fund those businesses. So without further ado, I know I said a mouthful. And Anita, I just want to come to you and say, number one, thank you for agreeing to speak and sharing all your expertise and wisdom. And just going back to that question that I asked you, why did you agree to speak at the summit?
Well, first of all, Dr. Hunter, I just want to say thank you for having me because look, we just met not too long ago at the end of last year, and it has just been amazing for us to get to know each other and just be able to collaborate like this is just, an awesome opportunity, right? First of all, so thank you again. Wow. So when you first told me about it, I was like, that is amazing. I love the fact of how you're bringing, I tell people, and this goes even to what I share about when it comes to, especially with grant funding and understanding that whole process. I tell people a lot of times, don't let grants be your only egg in the basket, right? And so what I see with what you're doing, what you all are doing is, these people that are just relying on a job, right? A 9 to 5, right? And working all these hours, especially in the, medical and nursing fields, you don't have your own time. you know you never know when you're going, the industry may change, so people can get laid off, things can happen, so you don't want to put all, your career to be your only egg in the basket. So you all are providing this awesome opportunity for people to start their own businesses in the medical profession, and I think that is amazing. So when you told me about it, I was like, okay, I love the way that sounds. And I believe maybe some of the expertise that I have may come right in there with that, because that's what I hear so many times. And one of the passions that I have for this and why I kind of got into it is because I hate to see people start businesses and they fail. And a lot of times it's because of financing. It's because, they don't get the money they need to sustain. And so, I always run into people all the time. Oh, I want to know how to get a grant. I want to get a grant. I'm like, okay, let's look at that. But I don't get their hopes up, because I'm like, it doesn't just happen, right? You have to go into this thing prepared. And so
Right.
that's why I started this whole, grant readiness, get grant ready, program and outline that I like to share. And I really think it would be beneficial to those that will attend the expo.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? And it's funny because I actually just attended an event literally this morning that talked about funding and talked about exactly what you said, how a lot of times we start businesses or businesses start up, and the number one reason why they fail is because of funding. Now, the beauty of some of the things that we're doing in nursing and in healthcare is that, so like my business, one of my business is concierge, right? So I offer a concierge service. So my nurses, they come to you, which saves on overhead costs. It saves on a lot, right?
Mhm.
However, even with the nurse practitioners, with the mental health nurse practitioners, again, these are things that you can do remotely, but there's still a
Mhm.
cost behind it when it comes to startup. And being able to identify and have someone to guide you as to how to access those funds, it's just simply it's just that extra layer of support and resources that we don't always know we need, especially being
Yeah.
healthcare professionals, because everyone doesn't always have the opportunity, I should say, to be aware of these type of supportive resources that are available. So I love that we're able to bring them the opportunities to start their own businesses, whether it's as a side business, and even with the government contracting, right? Whether it's a
Mhm.
side business, whatever it is, or maybe you want this to be your main business, but having that
Mhm.
resource as to where to get funding is super, super important. So I thank you for
Yes.
that. And I guess that leads me to my next question I wanted to ask you. I want to know, in your words, why do you think people should come? I mean, I know why they should come and why they should
Right.
attend the expo, but why do you think they should come, and why should they access your session in particular? I guess it's a two-part question.
Well, look, you've just really told the story right there. I mean, look at all the resources and the things you all are going to be providing to, people that are in the profession, nursing profession, or medical field, in what, in the different categories and things. Right? You're going to be pretty much giving them the playbook to how to start their side hustle, their side business, or what would become their main, I guess, inflow of income or whatever, right? So why not connect with people that already know how to do this? Why reinvent the wheel? Why not just, join in? And that's one of my big things, and some of my friends, we always talk about collaboration. Look, why not join in with some powerhouses, right? Because y'all gonna be bringing it. I already know. Why not join in with some powerhouses that can send you right where you need to do, provide you with the resources you need, versus them taking months and years to find these resources and do it on their own. It's all gonna be in one place why not do a one-stop shop, right? Get everything you need in one day and get it started so that you can do what you need to do. So, hey, that's where I'm going. I don't know about anybody else, but I tell them they need to be there. That's what I say.
And why should they access your session? Because I think your session is going to be just the icing on the cake. It really, really
Uh,
is. Your session is going to be the icing on the cake. Because listen, people always, we need access to funding. We really, really, really do. So what are you going to walk them through? Just give them a little dose of what you're going to walk them through.
okay, just a little taste.
Just a
So,
little taste.
yes. So some of the things that I'll be talking about is I have this checklist that I like to share with either my clients or, I'll just give it away sometimes for people when I have, discovery calls, right? One of the main things of being grant ready is having all your documentation in place. So knowing everything that you need before you even start looking for funding is very important because it can be very frustrating. You find a grant, right, and it's due tomorrow. And then you're like, wait a minute, I got to get this from the board. I got to get this from this person. Oh my God, don't even do it because I've been there, done that. It is the most stressful thing, that I can just almost imagine. So that was why I created what I did, my three-phase get ready, get grant ready process, because I experienced the same thing working with my clients. I'm like, I know I'm not the only one. So I know there are people out there that want to be more prepared when they look at grant funding and be ready. So that's one of the things I'm going to be talking about. Then the other thing is I would like to kind of look at, we'll kind of review an actual grant and looking at the components in it so they'll kind of know, oh, okay, these are some of the things. Okay, I got this, but I don't have this. So they can kind of, look and see what it really looks like. When I talk about copy and pasting and that kind of stuff, and how to use AI for this kind of stuff, just giving them the tools that they need and information they need before they get out there and not be prepared.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Well, listen, if you haven't already done so, log into Health and Wealth Expos with an S.com. You can check out Anita Newsom. She is on the speaker overview page, and you can access the all access pass so that you can have access to her session. Again, you're going to get a playbook, you're going to get access to the replays, and you're going to get access to all of the gems that she's going to be sharing at the Health and Wealth Expo, a virtual summit on February 22nd from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So please make sure that you guys register and attend. And, unfortunately, our first 50 registrants, I believe, is over. So, I won't even mention that right now. But it's still time to attend. So make sure you guys register. I want to see you guys in the room so that you can learn and obtain all of these gems that we're going to share with you. So I will see you next time. Thank you so much, Anita, for joining. Again, healthandwealthexpos.com. You can go right over to see Anita's page and you can check her out. All right, guys. So thanks so much for joining.
Awesome.
Perfect. Bye.
Bye.